Imagine this. You type in your favorite website's address, but nothing shows up. No image, no text, no videos, just a blank screen. Scary, right? That's exactly what happens without web hosting. But what in the world even is web hosting? Today, I'm breaking down what is web hosting in simple terms, showing you the different types and helping you figure out the best web hosting option for your site. And by the end, you're gonna know exactly how to host a website that doesn't crash when people actually show up, and you might even get some special discounts for the most popular providers. So web hosting. Think of your website like a house. Your domain name is the street address. Your food delivery can't come to you without it, right? I mean, you could give them your geographical coordinates, just like a website can be found with its IP address. But when have you ever heard, oh, let's meet at 54.9, 23.9 coordinates? Right? Never. Yeah, so no one browses the web using IP addresses. But now, the house itself, that's your web hosting service. So that's the land where your website lives, so people can actually visit it. Before we dig deeper, if you're looking for discounts for the best web hosting providers, you can find them in the description. All right, web hosting explained in simple terms. It's renting space on a server so your site's files, images, text, code, whatever you need are all available online 24/7. That last part is important, since technically a server is just a computer that is always on and serves a specific purpose. So yes, you can technically host a website on your own device, but not a lot of people want to have their devices running 24/7 in their home when renting that server now costs a few dollars a month. Sounds simple, right? A computer sits in a big data center that is used to store your files and serve them to your visitors 24/7. Well, it's not quite that simple, because not every house, or in this case server, fits every need. And that's where choosing the best web hosting providers really matters. Some are built for beginners, others for businesses expecting thousands of visitors every day. Now, one user can pay a hefty amount to host 2 websites, while the other might pay half that to host an unlimited number of sites. And don't even get me started on performance. That's why the next part is gonna help you understand the types of hosting, what to look for in a good provider, and discounts from me for recommended hosting. But you can skip that and just jump straight to the discounts in the description. What types of hosting can you get nowadays? First, shared hosting is like sharing an apartment. It's affordable, beginner friendly, and perfect if you're just starting a blog or online portfolio. But if your neighbors throw a big party, meaning their site gets a ton of traffic, spike, then it can slow yours down. So the affordability is the main strong point, but the biggest con is that you do in fact have to share that server. Next, virtual private server hosting. Think of it as living in a condo, so same building, but you get your own section. More powerful, more customization, but also more responsibility. Perfect if your site starts to grow, like a food blog turning into a recipe store. Now that said, it's important to note that you can also get managed VPS, meaning it will cost more, but all that technical part will be handled by professionals. So you get sort of the best of both worlds, but it costs a lot. Now, a newer entry into the market is cloud hosting. Imagine your home is spread across multiple plots of land. If one gets crowded, you've got backup space. That's cloud hosting. Great for e-commerce stores or businesses that might sort of suddenly go viral. Their core strength is availability and reliability. Now it's going to cost more, but not that much. The top dog is, of course, dedicated hosting. Now we're talking about a private mansion. One server, all yours, pricey, and requires technical know-how, but hey, unbeatable performance and security. Ideal for big online stores or apps with heavy traffic. If your site makes a lot of money, you get that website its own home, right? And yes, there are also specialized hosting like WooCommerce, cPanel, or WordPress hosting. Now, the last is a tailored option optimized just for WordPress users. If you're after the best WordPress hosting, providers like Hostinger make setup ridiculously simple. Though in most cases, the WordPress optimized plans will rarely differ from shared hosting options. So the best way to start for you is definitely shared hosting. But what company to trust with your data and project? Well, there are a lot of companies claiming the best. And since you all have so many widely different projects, there is no one best hosting provider for everyone. But based on all of my experience and how my friends started with their websites, I have 3 recommendations, and all of them will have a special specific discount in the description. Now, my go-to is Hostinger Hosting. It's affordable, it's fast, and perfect if you want to start small but grow big. It has some of the best implementations of AI I have ever seen. There are so many tools you get, like free website speed tests built directly into the dashboard. And simply put, there are just no hidden fees or any trickery here. Just scan the QR discount code, pay, and get great hosting where you'll be treated like a customer and not a number on a sheet. For my mentioned WordPress hosting, you should check out Bluehost Hosting. Super beginner friendly, especially for WordPress. Like, I don't think you can break something here. Like, it's that optimized. Bluehost plans make it easy to scale as your site grows, as well as giving enough resources to compete with the big boys. Lastly, Ionos Web Hosting is great for businesses with solid security and strong performance for larger websites. It also runs a lot of deals. So if you use my special discount link or scan the QR code, you can get a year of hosting for, yeah, you saw that correctly, which is basically a steal at that point. Really solid provider for e-commerce and business. So, what is web hosting? It's basically your website's home on the internet, and picking the right one is key to making sure your site is safe, it's fast, and always online. It's also key to less headache and a happier wallet. Start with shared hosting if you're new, move up to VPS or cloud when you grow, and go dedicated if you're running something huge. With Hostinger, Bluehost, and Ionos Web Hosting, you can't go wrong. They're among the best web hosting providers out there. All right, so once more, check the description for the best deals. And you know me, come on, do I not always have your back with the most up-to-date discounts? I'm just saying. Now, if this video did help you understand web hosting, hit that like button and subscribe for more tech breakdowns. Okay, enough talking for today. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye.